Hi, I'm Jonty Pearce and welcome to the Call Centre Helper 3-minute videocast. We were recently at the ProtoCall One Genesys Workforce Management User Group, and there John Connolly from British Gas was talking about how they've simplified their call centre metrics.
This issue of the videocast is brought to you by ProtoCall One, making contact centres work for you.
We spent the first 3 or 4 months of our journey just listening to our teams, and we said it to our general manager. We sat down and you know, in every opportunity to speak to our people and said, what's the one thing you would do differently if you were me? And the team overwhelmingly said, well, you target me on 20 different things. You target me on things that don't matter to me, they don't matter to the customer, it's all about you. So can you please stop beating us up and target us on the things that matter? So we took a step back and we thought, wow, okay. And I think what really landed it for us is that within one of these sessions, one of the team actually said to us, does your manager beat you up on a daily basis around what you need to deliver? And I think if you're honest, if you're part of a leadership team, no, you know what your objectives are, you know what your goals are, you're self-sufficient, you work on them throughout the year. So we got rid of all targets. The only target that our teams have at the front line is Net Promoter Score.
And we caught up with John afterwards about how they're moving forward with their call centre metrics.
We reduced, or actually removed, all of the typical contact centre metrics that we measure our people on, so handle time, commitment, sales performance, things like that. And we actually replaced that with one thing, which is Net Promoter Score. So we think the most important thing is whether you know, customers advocate the service that our teams provide. So we stripped everything back. The one exception is that we do expect them to put a third or a quarter of their conversations through to the customer feedback tool, which generates their Net Promoter Score. So that is literally all our teams are measured on there.
And I mean, Net Promoter, there seems to be different ways of measuring it, depending on a scale from 0 to 10. You seem to use a sort of plus and minus rather than a 0 to 10 measurement. How does that work?
So the Net Promoter Score that we use within our teams is it's the proportion of advocates, if you like, for the service that we provide. So those customers that give us 9 or 10 out of 10 for those conversations against the proportion of detractors. So any customer that gives us a 0 to 6 score, we work out the difference between the two. So if you're a 0, you have as many fans of British Gas as you do detractors. And actually we're in the positive now, which is we're leading the way within the utility industry, certainly within our contact centre in Cardiff, which is a great place to be.
And you've been playing around with another metric as well, having sort of chosen on one. What metric is that?
Well, Net Promoter Score measures customer advocacy, so it's how a customer feels about the service you deliver at a moment in time. That doesn't necessarily guarantee that that customer may want to continue to be loyal with British Gas and repurchase more products with British Gas. So we think a better measure of loyalty, and this is off the back of research from the Customer Contact Council, where 54,000 customers were asked what would make them more loyal, and actually they said make my experiences effortless. So the customer effort score is something that originates from the Customer Contact Council, and actually, you know, you measure it on a scale of 1 to 5. If a customer gives you a 5 for an effort score, you pretty much lost that customer already. But if your customer gives you a 1, it means that you've given them an effortless customer experience.
That's all we've got time for. I'm Jonty Pearce, and thank you for watching the Call Centre Helper 3-minute videocast.